I bought the previous generation base model iPad, the iPad 9th generation, which is still being sold brand new by Apple. Even with the iPad 10th generation already out, I'll be giving you reasons why getting an iPad 9 is worth it despite the presence of a newer entry-level model. But before we begin, roll the intro. Hey guys, my name is Zach and this is GG Fistbump. I talk about video games, retro and current consoles as well as the different gadgets I buy. If you like more of this content, it would really help if you would click on subscribe then hit on that notification bell to stay up to date with my latest videos. So the iPad 9th Gen was released in September 2021 along with the iPhone 13 series. It was an entry-level iPad at $329 for the 64GB, 21,990 pesos if you buy it from Apple Philippines, and an additional 2,000 pesos if you buy it from local resellers like Power Mac Center and Beyond the Box. Now that is still the price if you still buy it brand new today despite the launch of the iPad 10, which is being sold for $449. That's 29,990 pesos in the Philippines. It's a bit high already for an entry-level device in the current generation, so I guess that's why Apple decided to retain selling the iPad 9, which is still useful for students or for those who want something new but wants the cheapest way to get into the Apple OS. That is probably the first reason why you should get one in 2023. It's probably the most affordable iPad in Apple's current lineup. You can actually buy it cheaper in places like Green Hills, which is being sold brand new for 18,500 pesos. Or if you're okay buying used, I bought mine complete for 14,500 pesos or $255 off the Facebook Marketplace. The good thing is, back when I bought my iPad 9 in July, it was only less than a month use. You can verify this by looking at your serial in the settings, and it should have a limited warranty if it's still active. Mine has an active warranty until June 2023. Basically, that's still 11 months from when I bought it. Another reason for getting the iPad 9 is the storage. The base storage is now at 64GB, same as the iPad 10, but double the base storage of the iPad 8 and older. This means there's more space to store apps and games. 64GB can be low by today's standards, but if you're more into using it for media consumption of YouTube, Netflix, or Disney+, with occasional apps and games, 64GB is already enough. So far for my use case, I haven't had the need to delete anything from my iPad because of space. Speaking of media consumption, if you want a bigger screen than your iPhone, the iPad 9 has a 10.2-inch Retina display with 1620 by 2160 pixels at a density 264 ppi. It can support up to 500 nits of brightness, same as the MacBook Air M2. And it also includes True Tone technology, meaning the display can adjust its temperature based on the surrounding lighting temperature. Apart from watching videos, I also like the bigger screen when reading manga. There's definitely more space for text to appear to, so it would be easier to use this as compared to an iPhone if you want to read documents or pages without zooming in all the time. The screen might be a bit smaller than the iPad 10's 10.9 inches, but that's just minimal, especially if you don't mind the classic home button in front of your tablet. In terms of speakers, the iPad 9 just have them on the bottom of the device, as compared to the iPad 10, which have the speakers on both sides. Well, that's a con. What I like about the iPad 9 is that it still has a headphone jack. You can buy wired earphones cheap to go along with your affordable iPad so that you can still enjoy your audio. If it's the iPad 10, you have to go wireless or use an adapter for wired earphones. Now, we've been talking about media consumption, but if you're looking for productivity, the iPad 9 is still very viable. Yes, you don't have the new Magic Keyboard Folio of the iPad 10, which has the trackpad, but you can get the Apple-certified Logitech Combo Touch, which is actually being sold at the Apple website along with certified resellers. You can have the same iPad function keys, trackpad gestures, keyboard backlight. It's detachable from the keyboard if you want to just use it in tablet mode, and there are different viewing angles. It's also more affordable. Power Mac Center sells it at about 9,000 pesos, but there are occasional sales. As with my iPad 9, I also bought my Combo Touch shoes for 5,000 pesos or 88 US dollars. I mean, for 19,500 pesos in total, that's still cheaper than buying brand new, and you already get a keyboard and trackpad with it. The iPad 9 is also compatible with the first generation Apple Pencil. I don't really draw, so I wouldn't need the pressure sensitivity, but if you just need it for note-taking, you can get one of these cheaper Dock pencils, which I got for 900 pesos. Since I got my iPad 9, I just brought this along with my Dock pencil if I need to write down notes instead of bringing an actual physical notebook. The disadvantage though is that you have a non-laminated display on the iPad 9, meaning there's a significant gap between the glass and the screen below it. But it's not a deal breaker for me. Talking about productivity, another reason why I like the iPad 9 is the front camera with center stage. From the iPad 8's 1.2 megapixel front camera, the iPad 9 had a massive jump to a 12 megapixel ultra-wide front camera. It's the same front cam as the iPad 10, although the camera position is on the side when you place it on landscape, as compared to the iPad 10 which has a landscape front-facing camera. But if you're okay with that, the quality is really good for FaceTime or Zoom calls, especially since we're open to online meetings in the new normal. Because of the ultra-wide camera, the front cam captures more, and because of center stage, you can move around during a video call, and this feature will automatically pan the camera to keep you in shot. Now, to see the quality of the front-facing camera and microphone, here's a sample of it. Okay guys, so this is the front-facing camera and microphone of the iPad 9th generation. Now, I'm looking towards the side of the iPad where the camera is located, but if I look directly on screen, you can see that I'm looking away from the camera. So what do you guys think of the microphone quality and the video quality of the iPad 9th generation? Just place it in the comments. Now, all these features are really nice, but what's really good is that the iPad OS is so smooth even on the base iPad as compared to Android tablets. I did experience the Samsung S6 Lite earlier during the year, but I don't feel that it's as smooth as the Apple OS. You're also ensured of long iPad OS support, which Android devices can't really match. The latest iPad OS 16 still supports the 2017 iPad 5th Gen, meaning the device will at least have 6 years of OS updates. With the iPad 9, you'll probably get support until 2025 to 2026. The iPad 9 is also no slouch when it comes to performance, having an A13 Bionic chip, same as the iPhone 11. You can play the latest games smoothly like Genshin Impact or Call of Duty Mobile. Of course, you can also play games on the Apple Arcade like the latest NBA 2K. So those are the reasons why you should buy an iPad 9th Gen in 2023. Do you already have one? And do you think there are other reasons why you should buy an iPad 9 in 2023? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And with that, I think we're done. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or entertaining, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Then hit on that notification bell for more gadget-related content just like this. Thank you again for watching. Again, I'm Zach, and this is GG Fist Bump.